everyone. Come on in. Come and find me. Give these cards a good shuffle. Say hi when you're here. Let me know if you're catching it on replay. If you are my locals and living through this heat wave, I hope that you have AC and lots of water and you're surviving. Because between this heat and that full moon, I don't know how I was not in jail. My daughter's like, Mom, you seem a little cranky. I'm like, yeah, because I am. Nothing like a heat wave to ruin my mood. Hi, everyone. All good. The video is pushing out. I hope that you're here. I hope that you're hydrated. I hope that you have AC. I hope everybody's doing well. Here we are, just boogieing through this month of April. It's been a long time since we got an 8-card spread, but hey, here we go. That means a lot is happening. Mercury went direct. Things are going to be getting going. Full moon we just went through. Thanks, Sharon. Full moon that we just went through. My God. It's funny because life has been lifing as life does. And so I haven't really been like, oh yeah, there should be a full moon coming up, right? It's more like, why is everybody insane? Thank you guys. And then it was like, oh, full moon makes sense. Full moon and many planets in retrograde, although we're moving through that before we go into eclipse season. So there is a lot that's happening, but what I really do like is kind of this this motion that's coming, which I absolutely love. Michelle, I was thinking of doing 1 questions for September. My August is full, but I was like, you know what would go well with September is 1 questions. So I am thinking about doing that for September. Because October, November, and December, I do breakdowns. So that would be like that add-ish. For July and August, I was adding the intuitive card readings. And I think that moving forward, each month I'll do something. I think that it's another great way to get that guidance and stuff. So August, I think September, I think we will do some 1 question. So we can definitely keep an eye out for that. But yeah, this heat wave and this full moon, the full moon was beautiful. It was huge. It was red. I made mood water for the first time in a long time. So I was excited. My oldest was like, we need to get some of that moon water. So that we were excited about. Also really kind of feeling it. Thank you guys. Really kind of feeling that energy, even to like late last night. I woke up to this morning and it seemed like it lifted it a bit, which I was grateful for. But a lot of like stuff was coming up. A lot of personal stuff came up with this full moon. I found a lot of relationships, family dynamics, past interactions, that type of thing. So if you had a lot of that stuff coming up, you were right on par. That was the point, because we are moving into this kind of like abundant receiving time. And so we're kind of clearing out anything that would promote like lack of worthiness, self-doubt, questions, that type of thing. Today's card also was like perfect. I felt like message received, like, guys, the universe is going to be providing. Let's get out of our own way, pretty much. So I love that. That's all really kind of indicating that, yeah, we've been saying we're chugging, things are moving along. Really happy to see like things are starting to move. Like, I love it. I love it. Love it. We have an 8-card spread. It's been a while since we had an 8-card spread. So they better be positive. Am I right? Don't forget tomorrow evening, which is August 12th, I am doing a Messages from Spirit online experience. If you did not purchase your ticket today, you would have received the link. I sent out the first email to the link. Those who purchased today, I will be sending out the link shortly once I'm done the video. I have a few people who sent an e-transfer without an email, so the form was not filled out on my website, and I have a few people who filled out the form and did not send an e-transfer. So if you didn't get the link, you're one of those two. All right, so have a little follow-up there. Like I said, that's Messages from Spirit. It's a mediumship gallery read where we all hop on Zoom. You don't need to have your camera on if that is uncomfortable for you. But it's a really great way to spend the evening with Spirit and to receive and witness the most amazing ways. I love doing like galleries because it really showcases how like the different personalities and the different types of messages, and so whether we're receiving the message or we're witnessing the messages, we all take away from that, and I just love them. So I'm excited for that. Lining up a few in-person Messages from Spirit for the fall. Not ready to talk about it yet, but that's going to be coming in. Excited for that. Lots of goodies coming in for the fall. So let's get into this. 8 cards. Let's see what they're saying, okay? Yeah, no doubt. Events moving at great speed. So things are kind of happening. It is important. There's this a little bit of lack of balance, okay? So this is saying working too hard, need for balance in life. And I think that this is really kind of highlighting that mindset. Like things are starting to have emotions coming in, but we are still in resistance. Right? And so here's the universe is trying to provide, but we're still connected to the mindset of it's not going to happen. It's so far out of reach. It's only going to be taken from us. Dangle the carrot and the carrot's rotten. And, you know, we really do need to shift this, okay? Because it is preventing you. Look, it's a 10, which is showing this is completion. It's a completion. We're ready for this season to be completed. We're ready to move on to answer prayers. Wishes come true. Dreams become reality. Here it is. Okay, what's interesting is it's almost like what Spirit just said to me, and I'm like, that tracks. It's like, here's your blessing, and we're going, it's not coming in the box I wanted it to come in, right? And it's like, here it's trying to come in, but we're so used to it not working out because the last 5 to 10 years really aligned with hardship, right? It's very hard for us to kind of shift gears and go, oh, no, like it's going now. I think also it plays in with like, you know, there's been, I feel like even some of last year, but at least for the last 8 months, I'm like, it's coming, hang in there. We can feel it, right? But it's like, when is it? It is here. They're trying to give it to us, right? And we're kind of in resistance. And so we want to make sure that we are not blocking ourselves with our poor attitudes, right? Or our expectation of things not working out, or the habit of overcomplicating it. There is almost this need, and I know that we have resistance because life still feels very out of control right now. But there's this feeling of like Spirit just said, you got to go with the flow. You got to let it happen. We're having a really hard time shifting to that gear. Okay. But they are very firmly indicating that it's safe for you to do so. There's the Queen of Air. This is showing and indicating that by choice, you are bringing an ending in. Thank you, guys. I'm going to wear my hair like this more often. This is indicating that by choice, you are bringing an ending in, releasing people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Okay, this can be a ending of a relationship. This can be an ending of an addiction. This can be an ending of a negative mindset, right? So this indicates that there's an ending, either a person, place, thing, hobby, habit, environment, mindset, choices. We're choosing to let it go. We're choosing to walk away from it. We're choosing to bring this ending in and focusing on what feels best for you. Okay, this doesn't mean it's going to be easy, because I think some of you are walking away from relationships that no longer serve you, and I think that some of you are walking away from jobs that no longer serve you. And we've been kind of sticking in, and we've been trying to make it work, and now it's kind of like, but why? You're going to be fine without it. You're going to be fine on the other side of it. There's the Star card. Have faith that the future is bright. Dreams come true. Positive changes that bring end to challenging times. The light at the end of the tunnel. But you have to let it. This is what we're talking about with today's daily card on Monday, is that the resistance. The resistance is to the change, but the change is literally your answer prayer. Right? It's kind of like, well, I wanted a new vehicle. Here's the new vehicle. Here's the money for the new vehicle. Well, I don't want to go through the paperwork and have to go into the DMV. Right? Because we're so fatigued. We're so fatigued. Or maybe we have the money and we came across the perfect home, or we want to do a renovation and here everything's lining up for you, but you're just like, I am so burnt out. I don't want to pack the house. I don't want to live in a renovation. But the universe is like, here is the answer prayer. This is what you've been wanting. And here it is. We're giving it to you. And there is this feeling of like, but it's overwhelming me. Okay? They are saying, but this is the last hurdle. This is that conduit of change for you. So as this comes in for you, trust. Yes, we're letting go of what no longer serve us. We are getting ready to welcome in. This is the light at the end of the tunnel. We kind of have to like pull up our socks to get through and do what needs to be done. And there's the victory card. Okay, there's the victory card. I absolutely love this. This is victory. This is coming in both equally is what it feels like. It feels like, yes, there's victory to external shifts, changes, wants, desires, but also the internal. So this is really, these changes are really kind of creating an inner peace as well, or an environment where you can prioritize your peace, which I think is beautiful. Taking that time to go within, taking that time to be creative again, to create, to expand, to meditate, to heal, to journal, to knit, whatever it is. It's almost like because things have been so intense for so long, those who love the creative outlet, cooking and sewing and crocheting and knitting and painting and drawing, creating, there has been if you're a writer, you've probably been going through a writing block. It's been blocked. The fact that the creativity, the creative juices are starting to flow in is also reflective of this shift that we're in. So love that for all of us. And we're all creative. We are literally the creator of our life experience, right? So we're constantly creating. Creating is not only limited to the arts, to the fine arts, okay? I love that. Okay. There is learnings. Okay, so we're learning something new. Okay. Time to get to work. An excellent opportunity presents itself. Happy news about your career promotion, scholarships, a new area of study. This is showing a new focus of energy, a new energy focus coming in. Because I don't feel like this is all only limited to learning something new. I feel like this is also including experiencing something new, doing something that is for the first time. There is always potential for vulnerable. I just saw my dogs running out. I'm just making sure the kids are putting them in the pool area. There is always, we learn from everything that we do, right? And so we are having this new experience. Some of you are going back to school. Some of you are taking training. Some of you are starting a new job, which also comes in with vulnerability. Okay. Of course we feel vulnerable when we're learning something new. That's the wrong words. I was going to say, don't be oversensitive to it, but of course you're vulnerable. Don't read into it. Of course you're vulnerable. Right. And I think as we accept that, I think that's going to be the best thing that we can do, because then we're not going to get hurt and scared from it. Of course, we're learning something new. Of course, we don't know what we're doing. Of course, that's vulnerable to us, right? And I think that because it's very intentional that this is what is needed, kind of push through any of that discomfort. We have the Emperor card and the Lovers card. This means a couple of things is what they're saying. The Emperor card is always taking charge of your life, taking charge of the situation, leaning into your power, right? Being organized, making plans, taking charge of the situation, accepting that leadership role. There's structure to it, okay? Lovers is always about passion, heart chakra, relationships, right? Romantic relationships, family, friends, etc. So there is almost this feeling of lack. And then so the answer is take that charge, take that charge, take that charge. So what does that mean? That means if there are issues within the relationship, let's talk about it. If we are feeling lonely, let's do something about it. Maybe we want to line things up, set a date, make plans with our friends, make that phone call. There's almost like this sense of you are in charge here. So if there's lacking, this can also be, Lover's card also comes in as like health and passion. And so if there's lacking, guess who's responsible? You are. Okay, we get to make the changes. You're planning, there's abundance from past choices. Our minds can play games on us and make us feel easily rejected or very kind of boxed in. We're breaking down those boxes. We are in charge. We can create whatever it is that we want. We can open ourselves up to new experiences. We can initiate conversations, make plans, host parties, that type of thing. So making sure that you recognize that we all feel that, right? We all have felt lonely. We all can feel unimportant. Is it aligned with truth? No. Do we feel it and does that feel real? Yes, absolutely, right? But what do we do mostly as humans? We tend to just criticize ourselves for having that feeling in the first place. Instead of going, okay, well, how can I give myself, how can I remedy this? The emotion is saying, ding, 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 ding. Our engine is low here. There's something lacking here, right? That's all that it's telling you. But then we take it and we're like, oh my God, that means I'm a bad person and everybody hates me or no, I'm not important. And we just really take it into a different direction. Instead of kind of going ding, 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 I'm lacking in connection and going, oh, let me create connection for myself, right? And so use it instead of taking our emotions as though it's almost like a moral reflection of who we are and going, oh, my emotion holds wisdom and it's telling me something. Taking that and then creating an opportunity or remedy it. And don't worry, don't hesitate in championing that role, okay? There's the new beginning. We saw it. Seeds well planted. This is something that has been in motion for some time. There is a bit of a challenge that's connected to it. So make sure that you're honoring yourself going within. So there is a lot of like, the new beginning is coming in. It is not something that's coming in hot. It's something that is requiring intention and attention. So we are making details. We're putting things into motion. Maybe we're budgeting and we're putting money aside for something. Maybe we are lining up contractors. Maybe we're having conversations and trying to line up a social event. There's things that we are putting in motion. Maybe we are wanting to apply to a position, but hey, I need to get my CPR renewed. We're going to go line that up so that when this comes in, I am able to say, yeah, I have everything that I need to have this experience. That's what this is saying, okay? So the new beginning is coming in. It feels very prosperous. It does require action, right? Maybe we're making an appointment with the bank and now I need to get, my T4 and I need to get proof of a power bill with my address on, like whatever it is, right? It's like I see you kind of having to do what needs to get done. It's not a super quick, impulsive experience, but it is a new beginning and it is desired. So we're happy to kind of get that ball rolling, okay? Ego's popping up, not surprised, because we're still walking that line with resistance. I know in the beginning of the video we talked about it, and even today's daily card was like, listen, we're resisting. The universe is trying to give to us and we're making it difficult. That is something that doesn't just flip a switch for most of us. Some of you do. Some of us will be like, I'm really good for a week and then I'm back into resistance for 5 days and then I'm good for 2 weeks and I'm in resistance for 10 days. So there is almost this kind of keep this mindset around it. Am I in the flow or am I in resistance? Am I in the flow or am I resistance? Okay. And so there's the ego, the illusion of being trapped. So kind of feeling like your hands are tied or feeling as though you're unable, because this card is saying you rock, right? That's what this card indicates. You got this. You are so practical and gracious and intelligent and grounded, right? And so you got this. There's nothing that you cannot do. So that ego card is coming in with doubt. Sometimes when we got too much going on, we feel like we're just flailing. There's a success card and security connected to money and abundance. So it's there. It's lining up. Okay? Shut up. Oh, you guys connecting to the CPR. Isn't that just amazing how Spirit just puts random things in my head? It never gets old. So this is showing that this is coming into a completion, that everything that you need is coming in, that you have what it is that you need. This is creating peace and contentment, not only for you, but for those who you love. This is a very, very positive, grounded change. Yeah, of course, we're going to have a little bit of, freakouts. Can I do it? Am I ready? Yeah. Yes and yes. Yes and yes. Okay. There's a success, too much going on, connected with the success card. So again, just kind of getting ahead of the cards, really wanting us to understand that it's interesting because you know what they just said? If this would have happened 10 years ago, you would have been more open to flexibility, more open to going with the flow and just rolling with the punches. That's what this last 10 years have done, right? Especially the last 5 is really kind of made us very rigid, where before everything was loosey-goosey and we'll make it up and it'll be fine. Now everything feels so rigid. Everything feels life or death. Everything feels make or break. We're actually going back to more of that fluidity. So flexibility is going to be your friend, but I think it's going to be hard. I think we're going to resist it. I think it's going to be hard to shift, right? And so keep that in mind. What I really like that's coming up over the next, they said September to February, is that it's going to rebuild our trust in that. Okay, it's going to rebuild our trust in that. And so we're going to be like, oh, okay, it's okay. I can make a mistake. I can hit a bump and it not be completely devastating. Right? But that's almost what it feels right now. Like we've all been walking this tightrope for so long that it feels like any sudden movement, we're just going to blow everything up for us. I'm really happy to see that we're kind of moving away from that extremity, because that's no way to live. I mean, that's not living. There's a release card showing us that we are going to release that. It is going to come to an end, which is going to make us feel better. It's going to be nice for things to get a little bit more joyful, joy-filled, fun, right? A little bit more, less serious. Every time we turn around, it's catastrophic, right? So it's nice to see, especially through this next 6 months. See, August is preparing for that. And then the fall is preparing for 2026, which is I'm literally so excited to do the breakdowns this year, because I know they're going to be so much better than the last couple of years. Just devastating. Going through them being like, oh my God, everybody's in hardship. Everybody's having struggles. Really looking forward to the vibes. So we're really kind of setting things up for a very prosperous and abundance 2026. Which is, again, when we feel like we're winning at life again, it's going to be easier to trust in it. It's going to be easier to trust the universe. It's going to be easier to find our way, right? It's going to be easier to make a mistake and be like, I'll be fine. It will be okay, because it hasn't been, right? And so really, really looking for, I'm getting warm now. Good thing we're wrapping up this freaking heat wave. So really happy to see that coming in, because it's hard to maintain a joyful experience, right? When we're doubled and tripled and quadruple whammied every time we turn around. And so I'm really excited for that. I was also even thinking, it's been a while, I've been taking a break from teaching, but I thought what a wonderful time this fall would be is to do the refresher, or if it's your first time, do the connecting with spirit guides, to kind of get us back into that, like asking for help and communicating with our loved ones and communicating with our divine team and how they can interact and help us change in our life experience, and it helps us manifest. So I think we may start doing some classes again coming into the fall to kind of help us all refocus, because it's hard to trust in that when we're barely surviving, right? And so this would be a really great time to learn. So if this is something that interests you, you can comment here and I will definitely get that on the calendar. Oracle cards, absolutely. I could totally get that on the calendar to do an Oracle cards master class to help us teach and check in, especially with these changes that are coming in. I feel like for myself, even in my personal life, I've been like, ooh, this is coming, ooh, and I have been going to my cards, being like, am I on the right? Is this right? Am I interpreting this right? So Oracle class for sure would be super nice. Yeah, so I hope that you have a wonderful week. I will be back next Monday. Don't forget, tomorrow I am doing the Messages from Spirit online experience. For those who had their order in before today, the link is out. I have a few who sent an e-transfer with no email information through my website, and I have a few that signed up on the website that did not send an e-transfer. So if you did not get the link, you're one of the two. Double check that and reach out. But yeah, really looking forward to that tomorrow. I hope that you have a wonderful week, and I'll be back Monday.